It is so nice to realize that we are just a couple of months away from making this crowd event happen in Royal Arena in Copenhagen. I mean, I'm so hungry for seeing the live action happening on a big stage. Since the pandemic, it is going to be the first tournament happening, so really glad to realize that. But now we are having the elimination match between Faze Clan and G2. The very first elimination match was just the day before, and just the day ago, and we have already one team dropped off the event. That is EG. Unfortunately for them, but Stanislav could not make them to the next stage of this bracket of this tournament. You know, to scramble out of that elimination match, holding them back, but the pressure went high, and NIP took out the victory eventually. But now Faze Clan versus G2 Esports, a very interesting match to witness. The first map is also going to be Ancient, the map pick of Faze Clan. We know that this is a newborn map in CS, but yet with the amount of impact Faze have been able to show against other teams, against Navi specifically, already in this tournament, I do consider them favorites on the map like Ancient. They are going to be able to shut down G2 in the early contention of this series. Jax, he's the first player coming out of the angle, does get him down. That is the in-game leader of Faze Clan, drops Amanek with Jax yet again, delivering the frags they need to retake the site. The bomb is planted down, but there is too much time available for G2 Esports to slow themselves down and wait for yet more picks to be done by Faze Clan. They all fall, and that leaves only Rain, poor man, in the battlefield of 5 players staring him down. Here comes the defuse, and an easy first round for G2. Really, no shake-offs for them. They were just easily taking those taps. You know, the first frag done by G2 Esports on the Kerrigan coming out of the tunnels, and that set the beginning for them to win out the round. Unfortunately, Faze did not manage to grind anything back after the bomb was planted. But that is okay, they only pistol round. G2 will win it, and of course they will have a capability of bringing the lead, but Faze Clan are also not trailing behind. They are having a relatively good buy right here. Force about to be more precise, and in close choke points, this can make a lot of difference, right? If you're having Mac 10s on Ancient, it can really spoil the party for the cities. But so far, looking good for G2 Esports, as they are relatively good at holding off the B-bomb site. Faze Clan chose 2 directions of the attack. The first went more or less successful with a refrag, but the second, not at all. Kerrigan does confirm another frag under the B-bomb side. Olofmeister dances with another player right there, but eventually misses the mark and leaves only Rain in a 1-on-3. There is really not a lot he can do in this round with a weapon like a Mac 10. Not good for the low range, so that ends up being the second round for G2. No bomb plan as well for Faze Clan in this round, so their economy will drown for the moment. Faze Clan, they are the team having the oldest in-game leader across the entire event right now. It is Kerrigan. He's got 31 years already, carrying out this some may think big amount of years, but yet considering himself the best, still considered to be the best in-game leader in CS, and still firing for the likes of Faze Clan. He's joined this roster, and he's definitely planning to make it a long term. He wants Faze Clan to achieve further goals, because obviously, looking at their recent performance in recent months, they've been so many times down against even not so strong teams, even not top 5. Even not against like top 20 teams. They are very they're pretty much the outliers. They've been pretty much outliers of the professional CS in recent months. Although the first game against Navi instilled a lot of hope for me, honestly. They were very close from snatching out the victory of Navi. And one more beauty about this tournament, at the same time, something that somebody may take as atrociousness, is that they are having only one chance until they get into the lower bracket, the elimination match to be more precise. So once they lose the very first game, they instantly get to the lower bracket and they are facing elimination match. So this automatically means that the pressure of winning the very first game is very high. It's very high. So all of the teams, of course, you're willing to make the first game successful for yourself. And FaZe Clan made it look very close against Navi. I did not expect it, to be fair. Ancient went in their favor in a 16-9 score line. They won against Navi. And Olaf was actually very influential across the map. He was fighting his jewels, holding the B-bomb side with an M4A4, etc. He's been so good on this map so far. Up to 1 KD he grew, and right now, seeing the first engagement right there, but Amanek appears to be coming on top. He gets the AWP shot instead. There is also a forefront smoke into the lawn area. So FaZe Clan are not able to get themselves out of this position, and it looks like they are level-headed about that. They are willing to run themselves through the doors and try to make a difference right here, but that is the entrance locked in from reaching any success, as Nico, the Kovac, does get himself 2 frags, buries into the ground before he buries himself. And again, 4 on 2. Baroque is on low HP, and Nexa is also going for the flank. It seems like Baroque is aware of that. He will get a frag indeed. Hunter in this position will be brought down, but Amanek still present behind the angle. Also delivering a no-scope in the end. Holding strong. This is the man we need to see on G2's side, because again, as big as they were playing on Mirage and across the entire map pool they've chosen, I mean, he was very dormant power. Amanek could not find any room to work with. Although Jax was very good on Mirage, still, like, the entire team was a little bit underperforming, and you can understand why they lost against Big. They had Xantars, they had Tijan Taps, and everybody working themselves out just as they meant to. Now G2 Esports looks like they are refreshed, they are recuperated, and they are coming alive as a way better team in the matchup against FaZe Clan. At least considering, at least based on what we are seeing right now, Amanek is up to 10 kills, 11 hits in, Hunter to help him out as well. And you know, this AWP so far has found 11 frags. Well, not only the AWP, of course, it all started off with the pistol shots, but the fact that the AWP is already helping him mount that significance across the map, it is mind-blowing. If this continues, G2 Esports are not far away from taking this map as well. I mean, they are pretty good in Inferno. They are well disciplined across that map to push out FaZe out of their positions, really making the execute very nice. Banana control as well. But Ancient, again, the map that is speculated to be the victory for FaZe Clan, in my opinion, so far goes the way of G2 Esports. 5-0 looks to be a possible score line at the end of the day. For the moment, Hunter will get himself 2 frags in the end. And yeah, a bit of a throwback of how it all started. Really gave them a huge momentum to break into the lead of 5 rounds. FaZe Clan are yet to pick up at least one more on the first half on the T side. We've also talked that, Lord, I just cannot comprehend it. Amanek is up to 11 kills and 0 deaths, most importantly. You don't see that often. The second buy round for FaZe Clan, but maybe the very first successful buy round for them, as we are seeing them 4 players grouped up towards the lane. Olaf Meister as well, watching off the flank from Jax. wall to wall, just on the adjacent corner. Will be separated by the smoke. Nobody to meet each other right there. Amanek is holding a very tight angle. He's about to see the first elbow coming out of the cross line. Here comes the trigger pulled off. And Kerrigan, the in-game leader, drops. G2 Esports so far looking very good in this map. The position and everything else, FaZe Clan are not being able to chuck that out. All of the positions remain unflushed. And look at this powerful setup. I'm not even sure FaZe Clan are going to be able to read one more player up close. That is Nexa, gets himself one frag. Also good for a significant amount of damage out of the second. Broky down to 24 HP he goes. And even though it is a still recoverable situation for FaZe Clan with the smokes line apart, they are smoking off Nico. Not yet Nico. Nico is actually not smoked off, but there is a smoke with Broky, which can be thrown out right there. Still missed a little bit, but Nico falls back behind it. And I'm so surprised he did so, because it looked like he had a bit of advantage right there to make FaZe Clan overlook him in that spot. Still won't bother them too much. Hunter just a couple of inches away from seeing the butt of Broky. Back toward Olofmeister with an AWP just behind the corner. Will be brought down as well. And G2 with the 6th round, extending their lead yet again. Amanek with an AWP goes wild. And also, you know, great setup by G2 Esports. In that cubby, once Amanek get the first kill, he falls back and also scopes in. So basically, FaZe Clan are having no idea of where he's located. They are thinking that he might have repositioned himself already, because you don't normally see the sniper rifler staying in exactly the same spot where he got his first opening. So this is why Nexa is staying right there. And basically, the fact that Nexa is standing forefront, I mean, it is so hard for FaZe Clan to read that. And that also tells about how unnative this map feels for all of the teams, basically. Because if you're taking a look at Mirage or Dust, I mean, these maps have been played out for decades. And players, no matter whether you like to play it or not, they are more or less adapted on those maps. They are used to playing on them. Whilst Ancient is a completely new map, and you're not yet feeling it as a native one for yourself. Nico, again, the game sense on Ancient boils over as he gets the first frag. I don't even think he saw him through the smoke. Amanek misses an AWP shot, but jacks to retrieve. And instantly making it a 3-on-5. I mean, G2 are not letting FaZe Clan find any openings in the round. They are being bogged down in how to scramble out of those meltdowns again. A 2-minute advantage for G2 Esports. Make it 3. Broken and Olofmeister left up against 4. One element of defense falls down. Broky still showed a lot of resistance right there. He's on for 4 frags up here, and he gets it. Oh my god! Unbelievable! That happened in a blink of an eye. So fleeting. Those frags came through. Dug down. Then jumps on top of the border and hits 3 frags. And then the 4th one to finish it off with a no-scope. FaZe Clan are on a roll right now after this round 1 out. G2 Esports. I mean, that should have been the 7th round for them for sure. The entire set piece of FaZe Clan on the B-bomb side was falling apart. And yet, it is Broky to step up with an AK-47. And in addition to that, a bit of a use of an AWP. I mean, a testament towards how many good players FaZe Clan are equipped with either. G2 Esports are not the only ones having Hunter, Amanek, Nico, the stars of CS on their roster. No, it is also Rain, Broky, and everybody else. For now, Twists and Rain with 0 kills. Faze Clan won out of the round just off of Broky's incredible performance with an AK-47. I cannot link it together. I cannot piece the puzzle in to understand how has it happened. But this happens, and this is the reality of CS. A lot of uncertainty around the map. Faze Clan are having exactly the same bruised situation for them with the round number 8. We saw them being in a more or less the same spot in the previous one as they all fall apart. Broky again with 69 HP to work with. I don't think he's going to be another saver in this round. It is purification of the T players for G2 as they hold down their man advantage. All 5 players stay alive. That is unprecedented. The economy factor has been built up so significantly on their side. And Rain, it has also been talked on the desk. He was very good on Ancient against Navi, finding the picks. He was having a very good performance, as opposed to him being a very dormant player in the past couple of months. He stepped up against Navi, but now he was doubted whether he's going to be able to replicate that form against G2 on Ancient, the same map that you could think was a very comfortable territory for him to operate on against Navi, but now he's not finding anything. And so has Twist. I mean, he's found the first frag, but that has to be more. G2 Esports are outplaying Faze Clan in terms of aiming skills, and also the positions of the cities on the map like Ancient are so damn critical. It is so hard for the T's to flush them out. They can be so up close, so crossfire set, that it may be very challenging for you to deny that. Jax coming in from the back. Oh, gets a little bit sloppy on that one, but still has no trouble of getting those frags due to his name. And all of Mysore is left all alone to stroll around the map. He does not have access to the bomb either, so it just has to be a safe call. Perhaps he's got an armor, a deagle, something to work with into the next round. I mean, their economy is just on the edge right now. Faze Clan are not having a single opportunity. They are falling apart against G2 Esports. This is the moment to shed their skills they've been hiding in the past 8 rounds so far. Not clipping anything together. A molly throw now deep. All of Mysore may be able to shut down Hunter right there, but he's good enough for the back off. He also picks up the bomb. All of Mysore, but oh no, he's going to be so far away from planting the bomb down. Just 10 seconds more, and maybe it would have been possible because Hunter and everybody else are in their positions. They are also trying to hunt him down, but he has held his M4A4, and also no denial of the weapon after the time comes to a close. A very important match for both of the teams as Faze Clan and G2 Esports are facing elimination. Whoever falls off the edge in this series moves out of the tournament, no longer present, no longer having an ability to pull back. This is their last chance here and now. No backup plan reserve. It is also quite interesting to point out that G2 are favored in terms of the bets. Not even now, but also before the game started, they were more favored than Faze Clan, and it was very clearly seen. The gap was pretty wide. I'm sure this remains the same as G2 have mounted 7-round difference against Faze Clan on their map pick. You could, you can throw that onto Faze Clan playing on the T side, G2 Esports playing on a more stronger side right now. But yet, I mean, you cannot finish off the first half with an incredible big gap. Even though you're playing on the T side, Jax finds a refrag twist. Oh, such a possibility was right there, but Nico has been caught off guard. The next in line may be Jax, but instead takes his head off. Pulls out a flashbang. That is going to be an instant pick by all of Meister. He realizes that he's got time to switch himself up to an M4A4, and that will be a victory for Faze Clan. The second round on their board, and they desperately needed that. That was the buy round, and they needed to convert those AKs as they stormed through the cave into the A-bomb side. I mean, for me, it is still quite hard to call out the positions. It is quite easy to analyze them based on the map, but if you are taking a look as the fire reaction moves on, as there is something really fast going on in the game, I mean you're not having access to the map and to the radar. It is very hard for me to space in terms of calls around the map, but it all requires time. I mean, I'm casting Faze Clan versus G2 Esports, and this is the third time I'm casting Ancient in my entire history. So, yep, and quite interesting actually. G2 Esports, even though they had a huge amount of rounds won out, they are now having Nico rounds, and that tells you that it is very important. Like, no matter how many rounds you lose, if you're keeping the economy of your enemy very tight, it also makes a lot of difference. Because if G2 Esports had stayed alive a little bit more, they would have been in a very better situation in terms of their economy. But because Faze Clan were able to deprive some of the weapons as they were losing the rounds, it also made a lot of difference as they are now winning out the buy round. So G2 Esports are coming in for the eco round. Nico is going to be the only player with the Deaglet armor. Hunter does have that weapon as well, but no armor present. Jax is already off of the count, and Faze Clan will have an easy access to the A-bomb site. In the meantime, G2 Esports are coming in through the lane. The first one to drop off the top ground and face off Rain close to the T-spawn. 4 against 5. Faze have the right to reserve this round. No doubt about that. It's just a matter of getting some exit frags for G2 Esports and probably saving a first armor. Nico hasn't been touched in this round either, so this means that he's not going to be forced to buy the full armor. He can just upgrade to a helmet, spending only $350 onto it. So that is a very important takeaway as well. If you're having your economy composed, it can matter a lot because it can enable you to drop a sniper rifle. This time around, it will not make a lot of difference. As the bomb explodes, they will have their economy going plenty, and they will have a good buy. Although Nexa is having an MP9 and Jax with Famus, I thought that would be a more full flash buy, but still very competitive against Faze Clan, especially considering that they are playing on the city side. A lot of advantage right there, and a huge utility usage by G2 early on. This is why they take down Kerrigan early on in the round. They molly him off, do deal a ton of damage, and also spray him down through the smoke. Jax behind the box. Sure, the refrag has come through, but they also have to check this position. Jax may be the turning card for G2 Esports right there, but no, somehow, some way, he's not even good for 1 kill. He's eliminated by Brokey from the back, and that gives Faze Clan a lot of advantage in this round. Nexa is the only man remaining, and sure enough, he's not going to pull off the trigger to go for the retake. Rain ensures he's the last player to fall down, and Faze Clan are on the 4th. Also good opening by Brokey onto the A-bomb site. MNX 1 wide, and that cost him his life, but then Jax in this position. So unlucky for not getting the frag onto at least one player. That could have been even more actually, but because the backside, I mean, you are not covered by any wall, so basically Brokey can easily wrap around. Any player can wrap around and get you down from the back, so there is no safety room for you completely. If you are stuck against the wall, then sure, if you're unchecked, you're having an easy spray down onto the forefront players, on the posterior units coming into the side. But when you're having your back exposed to the backside as well, that makes this position a little bit dicey, but still could have been very helpful for G2 Sports to get the 9th round. All right. We are just 3 rounds away before finishing up the first half. G2 Esports have already earned the 8th round, meaning that they are going to be competitive, going to be an advantage at the end of the first half. Nonetheless, Kerrigan faces a bit of a jiggle pick, but that does not deal a ton of damage to be worrying about. So 5 players across the board on G2 Esports will be intact. Somewhat of a unicorn round for Faze Clan and G2 Esports. It looks like all of them will save actually, because Faze Clan, they are backing off the opposite direction. G2 Esports are located on the other side of the map completely, so none of the players will find their frags. And okay, actually the bomb does find Amanek, as he had the lowest amount of HP. It is also quite a good thing to talk about in terms of bomb damage. Like on Ancient, if you're unsure whether the bomb will kill you in your position, if you're having like 10 HP or so, then it can be a problem. I mean, you're not sure whether the bomb will touch you eventually. While it's on other maps, you know, in Dust, you can back off to the pit and you will not be touched by the bomb if you are located deep enough. The same in Mirage. If you're coming, you know, just far away from the kitchen, it may still touch you. From the B-bomb side, the bomb explosion can still hit you from the back. And this is also a very interesting thing to train on Ancient, to analyze where are those hit points after the bomb explodes. Where is the most damaging zone to you if you're saving your weapon, and where is the least? So that also makes a lot of sense as you're analyzing the play on the map like Ancient. 5-8. Both of the teams are having a reverse buys. Although it is G2 Esports playing with them for a force, since they are on the city side. Against an AWP onto Pro, Kiamanik having that one as well. 12 frags, and that is also interestingly enough, he was very, very good in the beginning. He got 11 frags perhaps in the 4... Yeah, within like 4 or 5 rounds, and then nothing more featured just yet. Only 12 frags. I thought that would be quite more, considering the start he was able to impose in the beginning. Faze Clan are sniffing out all of the angles. It looks like their final attack is going to be pointed towards the A-bomb side. Yeah, if the bomb is going to be carrying on the back, it's going to be carried on the back of Kerrigan. They are all flocking around the same spot in the tunnels. The utility will be thrown over. Amanek is having a bit of a gap right here. He misses the first shot. Very lucky for Faze Clan. They don't hit. They don't receive that bullet. Jax, amazingly so, fully blind, and he still stays alive for a couple of seconds before Faze Clan spot him out. He actually had a possibility to fire the frags. Amanek behind the smoke. Once it dissipates, Olive Master will find the frag he needs. And it looks like from this point, Faze Clan are on the penultimate round to be taken in their piggy bank. The 6-1 looks to be very doable. Nexa The economy of G2 Esports, I mean, it is so bad. They are going to be having a very bad buy against Faze Clan if this AK-47 is lost. Seems like it's not. The AWP watching this angle. Nexa makes pass and the 9th round will not be reached by G2 Esports. Faze Clan are on the 6th. Smoke landing quite late because Amanek still had that vision to pull off the trigger. Nico not happy about that one. I mean, he understands that G2 Esports, they were leading 7-0, if I'm not mistaken. That Faze Clan really found that frailty on the G2 side to exploit. They kept exploiting it over and over again. An early smoke out of the middle that also forces Rain to throw the smoke of his own. He had to extinguish that molly to prevent himself from taking the damage. And by that, G2 Esports have gained a lot of ground in the lane area. They are already having 2 players right there, and they know what Faze Clan are presumably up to. They just need to go for the decision to rotate themselves over to the A-bomb site and have that area invigorated. Nico comes in behind the smoke to the middle. And Hunter to reinforce the A-bomb side as well. They leave only Nexa in the lone area to watch. But Faze Clan, whatever they like, they can actually reposition themselves over to the B-bomb site if they want. Hunter secures the frag after this round went dormant for a couple of seconds. Now 3-on-3, we are all tied up. 30 seconds remaining on the clock, and Brokey finds the frag he was looking for. That is going to be the lever for Faze Clan pulled off. And they will instantly jump themselves into the A-bomb side. Excuse me, Hunter, although still alive right there, does bring 2 of the players down and makes it a more competitive situation for Nexa because all of Meister, he's an 8 HP. He's going for the fake plant. He does not have too much time to work with, and that will be obliviousness leading to his death. So G2 Esports find the 9th round at the end of the first half. We will be heading over to a very short break. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I mean, this clutch by Baroki was something truly astonishing. You don't see that often. You're locked in, you're under pressure, and you are still getting back with 4 frags in a row off of AK-47 and AWP additionally. That is mind-cracking. I don't know how to say that. Let's just put it that way. The pistol rounds of the second half kicks in. Faze Clan finish off the scoreline with 6-9, of course, in favor of G2 Esports. That was a very nice comeback by Faze Clan nonetheless. G2 Esports looked to be very good in the first half, but yet Faze Clan appeared to be quite competitive at the end of this one as well. Nico does get 2 very nice and precise frags with a P250, pulls it back into a 3-on-3. Another frag by him. If this one continues, he may go for the ace, but Dominic is also on the hunt, just behind the back. He prolongs the time, and it goes for the knife as well. Here comes the stab in the back. Twist turns around, and imagine if it wins Faze Clan the round. It's not, but still was a little bit scary, as Dominic could get 2 frags in a row, but instead opted for the knife kill. Good job nonetheless. He realizes that Faze Clan are more likely to not win this round, but still, in those moments, you're having a 9-6. Of course, 3-round lead, but getting those 2 frags down immediately would have been a better choice. In some situations, that would make sense. But, you know, the knife, good one. Bringing $1,500 more at the end of the pistol round, won out by G2 Esports. And they are having a very nice economy right here. Nico spreading his presence onto the B-bomb site. Most everybody down with the Mac 10. They do get a response, but only temporary. Faze Clan lose 3 players, 2 more after the first one went down, and Faze Clan are already deeply cemented on the B-bomb side, not letting anybody take out control of that side of the map. So Faze Clan with the 2 players still alive, they also opted for the force buy, and these weapons saved into the next one will be a little bit, you know, a bit of a morsel to chew on, but still way less competitive against G2 Esports in the round number 18. Yeah, I mean, G2 Esports are looking way more turned on in this matchup against Faze Clan. Faze Clan are being a little bit dormant. We are not seeing Twist stepping up, Kiergan as well. Although Olofmeister and Proki, they are playing up to perfection. I mean, 15 frags for Olofmeister and Proki as well, with a couple of very stark moments to give a very huge hope for Faze Clan to mount that comeback. And, you know, probably stick around this game for a little bit longer. Yeah, G2 Esports are having, you know, a very good buy right now. Nothing can help Faze Clan win it out except for the luck, basically. G2 Esports also understand that, so they will take it very carefully and slow, not going for the fast picks to either of the sides, just taking it very carefully, picking it together, not letting it happen in a one-on-one duel. So no casualties will be seen by them as of yet. Just clearing out all of the angles before they make final decision where they want to head to. 3 players right at the A-bomb side. Rain into the middle, close to the rain area. The Lord of the Rain, you could say. Early on, G2 Esports are debasing the economy of Faze Clan, really putting them onto a verge of economical distress. All of the 5 players stayed alive for the G2 side as well. That is so important for their economy to grow wide. 6 to 11. We are halved. Faze Clan will need a huge chunk of exertion to pull this one back to the scoreline of G2 Esports to tie it up. Now they are going to have a full buy. And I really hope they will be able to convert that, because unless they do so, G2 Esports will already be deemed to come out as victorious on the first map of their map pick. They've been looking very good on Ancient so far. All of the players are evened out across the board, meaning that every piece of their offensive and defense on the previous map has given the puzzle they need to make that 12th round possible. Jax coming in for the early pick into the final area, down to the very narrow gap he'll lose, but still with the bomb, with the smoke line in front, that will give Faze Clan a bit of advantage. So Rain with the first opening onto Jax, and this is the opening that needed, definitely. So the 7th round looks to be on the line. Although G2 Esports are regrouping themselves over to the lane, olofmeister waits for the presence to be shown right there and throw out the smoke to put a stop to those executes onto the B-bomb site. But keep attention on one more side of the map where Rain is located right now. The fact that olofmeister has thrown out the smoke right there makes them look into one single direction, and that is where Rain falls. But before he does, he also creates a bit of a space for Faze Clan. The thing that he did get the frag makes olofmeister rise to the occasion right there, and he also gets a headshot on Nico. Amazing one, as he backs off with the last bullet hitting the head of Nico, cracking it off. I mean, I'm also so surprised Rain got the frag on Nexa, who was sliding out of that area. That was very close for being the G2's peak, but Rain did a very good job right there. olofmeister as well with the triple man halt on the B-bomb site. The third tactical pause taken by G2 Esports. They want to talk things through. They want to make sure they find the last elements to close out this game on Ancient, as they are already having a very decent advantage over Faze Clan. But there were also the T side, which has been multiple times mentioned. It is way harder to execute the sites as you are playing on the T, rather than defending either of them on the CD. Another potent buy for G2 Esports, as they are showing a hope in this run as well. After they lose this one, they will have a force buy, perhaps. Not dealt with a ton of utility damage as we got used to seeing as those players get to the lane position. 7 to 12. And we are yet to call out who's going to make the very first opening on the map. G2 Esports are having the map control of the lane. Faze Clan have not been so ubiquitous right there, so they are leaving that side of the area for G2 Esports to take space on. Molly by Hunter into the cubby in the middle. Nobody's staying up close. Brokey posted up front back in the cave area. Two of the members on the G2 side are poking themselves towards Twist. Just around the totem they go, but Twist sees it coming and does get the frag. Makes it a 2-man advantage for Faze Clan, rather. Rain elevates it up to 3 as well, as he coils around from the middle and does make sure G2 Esports are facing the earth with the players going down. The 12th round remains to be the spot G2 Esports are stuck on. Not being able to expand their lead even further. FaZe Clan are narrowing the gap as much as they are able to, and this also forces G2 Esports to take out the final tactical pause they have. Really good resistance by FaZe Clan they are showing right now in Ancient. They are fighting for their map pick. G2 Esports, they haven't been a slouch on this map either, but this also shows how the pace can be changed as you switch yourself up to the city side. And I think the 6 rounds on the T side picked up by FaZe Clan was a very good one for them to take over that lead by G2 Esports. They are showing what they are capable of on Ancient so far. It was a way easier game against Navi and Ancient, it felt. Now, a little bit more arduous for FaZe Clan as they had such a huge round difference. Now it is a little bit lower, but still may be thrown off by Nexa, who takes the first frag in his own hands. Does face a ton of damage in reverse, but still the first frag given away for G2 Esports onto the A-bomb site. But the plan is different. They want to execute the B-bomb set eventually. A peek by all of Mysore. Yet another. Nico will take him down, and they need just more. They will get it to crack open the B-bomb side and make sure it is theirs. Brokey with the AWP and twists. They might go for the save from this point. I mean, they are so far away. Yep, indeed. They are already close to the A-bomb side, and Twist is not even up close to retaking the side, so this has to be a safe call for FaZe Clan. Although G2 Esports had a very bad buy. They had Glocks and only 2 Deagles to work with, if I'm not mistaken. Nexa and Nico. They made it work. Unbelievable. This is just jaw-dropping. I was talking about FaZe, right? They've made a good comeback so far against G2 Esports, and now they're having another chance to make it 1 round more on their board to the 9th, with G2 Esports remaining on 12. But yet, with Glocks, with Deagles, they make it work. I'm so surprised. I mean, this is, again, the testament towards how CS is shaken nowadays. FaZe Clan will be unsatisfied about that. Nico pumping up for sure after that round win. And that tactical pause was not a waste of time whatsoever. They talked through, they said, guys, why don't we just work off those Deagles, try to set them up in the positions where they will be able to get the first opening frags, and that paid off so nice, specifically onto Nexa and Nico getting those 2 opening frags. I mean, they've been incredibly good. But FaZe Clan are good either. This time around on the B-bomb side, holding off to their rights. G2 Esports are thrown away. No chances for you to get up to the 14th. FaZe Clan are still in the game. All of Mysore, though, I mean, the double upset with the B-bomb side is not an easy task for FaZe Clan, as you're having a ton of player rolling down your side. But I'm actually surprised G2 Esports did not smoke off 2 more positions. They had 2 more angles totally uncovered. There was, the left side of the Ninja, and then the cave position. If that had been covered, they would have had a very much easier times to get their feet under the B-bomb side, plant the bomb down, and then work it off in a post-plant scenario. I'm pretty sure they had those smokes available. Maybe not. Maybe they made them work for the extinguishing purposes. Maybe to suppress the molly that was thrown out in the beginning of the round. Brokey, the same position, the same frag acquired, but the refrag for Amina comes through. 55 seconds available, still plenty of time to work with. The bomb is going to be planted out in the meantime. Nade deployed will deal quite a lot of damage. Hunter picks up an an AWP, and he comes close to the box. He's just going to get that frag for sure. If he falls, the offensive of G2 Esports frays out, and this is exactly what's happening right now. Niku covered up with the smoke. The defuse will come through for sure. They are going for the top of the bomb. Kerrigan does get him down, and that will be the 10th for FaZe Clan. Being alive in this game, still shrinking the gap every bit closer to 3 rounds so far, separating them from time to score up. Proki with 2 frags on the B-bomb side. Very, very impactful player for FaZe Clan. The Unblood that not everybody believed to be working out. And I don't really remember him being that aggressive, that confident, and that precise with an AWP a couple of months ago. I feel like he's been awoken. He's been unleashed. And that is also an influence on Kerrigan, right? The in-game leader that is sure enough known for bringing a lot of new things to the roster. And he played with FaZe Clan, right? He was very close to taking the Boston Major against Cloud9. They were the best team at the moment, with Nico himself as well. Now, of course, a bit of a different roster with Twist and Proki. Not the authentic one, but still, this is the beauty of having 2 new players on the lineup like FaZe Clan, and 2 very talented ones. Proki as well, proving himself to be that one is so nice to witness. FaZe Clan will be so happy to have him on their lineup. The best sniper they've had so far. Twist down to 3 HP. That is so nice for G2 Esports to hunt him down as well. He's not even allowed to escape out of that angle. Brokey does get a frag out of Jax. Connected through. Kerrigan falls on the B-bomb side, on the A-bomb side, excuse me. And the bomb plant will be settled. One more smoke deployed. He will see the shoulder bait, but not going to be able to throw him down. A more or less exposed plant that might let Proki to let that bullet perforate through, but no, nowhere to be seen. The retake could be on the cards if FaZe Clan pick up the very first frag right there, but if they fall, maybe a save for them will be called out. Here comes another attempt for Rain right there. It looks like it is what it is meant to be for FaZe Clan to save their weapons. Proki is left against 3, and there is no chance for retaking the site unless he gets out of the bomb right now, but of course it's not going to be happening. Even Matt from behind. Nico will take him down. That is the 14th round for G2 Esports. 2 away from taking the map pick of FaZe Clan. Another attempt by Rain to throw out the nade like that. The previous time he did that with his teammate, so there was a double nade into that position, but nobody covers that with anybody's body. So no damage taken by G2 Esports. They've averted it in the beginning of the round. Look at how even the scoreboard for G2 Esports is. Jackson 15, Nico as well, Amanek 16, Hunter 15, and Nexter with 13. I mean, they are so close, playing toe in toe, delivering on all fronts. Both Kovac's and other surnames known in this roster We're having a very good game so far. Nexa confirms the first frag right there. Hunter as well catches, twists off guard. And it looks like G2 Esports might have reserved the 15th round as well. Faze Clan, with no response in this one, will be forced, will be compelled to go for a very desperate decision. But that is the reality you are living in right now. Olaf Meister will be caught off with Nico as well. All the way through the T-spawn he goes. And Faze Clan, a lot of pressure. They are 5 rounds away. It's not that big. Could have been even more for them to grind back. But still, G2 Esports, both defense and T side have been looking good for them. Everybody step up. Especially on the map like Ancient, right? It is not a very comfortable one for all of the teams, for all of the players. But yet, it is everybody bringing a portion of their impact to piece those rounds together. 10 to 15, the 26 rounds hits in, and we are having a terrible buy for Faze Clan. G2 Esports are having a very solid chance to close it here and now on the first map of Faze Clan picks. Double man peek into the middle. They do find the first 2 openings, and these are the riflers down as well. So the rest are going to be playing with the weapons of low sort. 2 Deagles and a P250. Kerrigan will try his best to pick up a weapon line on the ground. He's going to be able to do so. G2 abandoned that one. And they let Kerrigan pick up an M4A1S. Imagine this wins them the round. This definitely upgrades his chances of meeting the attack of G2 Esports onto the B-bomb site. Onto the A-bomb side, rather. He goes for the reload. Oh my lord. In the most unpleasant timing, he goes for that curse of CSers. To go for the reload as your enemies execute the A-bomb side. That is terribly run. Nico comes out with the frag at all of Meister from the back, and it looks like this round is all locked in. It is not over just yet, Observer, but it is soon enough to be said like that. G2 Esports pick up the first map of Faze Clan, the map they were speculated to be very good at, but yet it is the victory coming in for the G2 favor. Congratulations to them. It's been a very good map for the teams. Credit to them. It is not a lock or something else. It is them being really good, finding the picks they need, locating themselves in the advantageous spots over Faze Clan, and also with an exceptional performance from both of the basically from all of the players across the lineup. They did very well against Faze Clan in that contention. So we'll see how the second map goes. But I'm so proud of G2 Esports that they've been able to find that initial ground to work on.